You are the beauty standard. You just don't realize it yet. And by the end of this video, you'll be convinced of your beauty once and for all. I remember the first time I became aware of my physical appearance. I was at the ripe old age of 8 years old, and aware is the wrong word, more like ashamed of my appearance. My mom had gotten me my first pair of skinny jeans, which I was very excited to wear to school. But that excitement was cut short when a kid at school told me I had thunder thighs. I can laugh about it now, but damn, kids are so mean. At this point in my life, I had gotten pretty used to hearing adult family and family friends speaking at length about my physical appearance right in front of me. They would talk about how dark and undesirable my skin was and how I'd have much better marriage prospects if only I was a few shades lighter and maybe a bit thinner. But there was something about that moment when a kid my own age pointed out how thick my thighs looked in skinny jeans. That made something click in my head. All of a sudden, I became painfully aware and ashamed of my body. Thereafter ensued years and years of overanalyzing every lump, wrinkle, and blemish, constantly contorting my body into the most flattering shape, whether I was in front of a camera or not, emptying my wallet to buy yet another foundation that I thought would finally make me feel whole. Over the years, this was fueled by a steady flow of unsolicited critiques about my body, mostly from men. Like when a male friend told me my nose looked too Indian. I'm not even Indian. Or when another male friend poked fun at my hairy arms and sideburns. It's only in the recent years, in my mid-20s, that the veil has slowly been lifting from my eyes. I realize that women are wasting their precious lives, living like they don't know they're goddesses walking this earth. Being a woman is such a magical and powerful experience. We have this insane ability to create new life. We are the source. We are the ultimate muse. We are the well that others siphon energy and inspiration from. So they've imprisoned us in insecurity and self-doubt to more easily harvest our powers. What if I told you you can set yourself free? The person who locked you up also handed you the key. I can show you how to rediscover your own power and take control of it. I can show you how to become your own muse. Decorate your body, not to hide, but to celebrate your beauty. So wear the dress. Put on the expensive lip gloss and wear your favorite jewelry, because the right jewelry can make a girl feel like a goddess. I'd like to thank Linear for sponsoring this portion of today's video. All women deserve high quality jewelry, and Linear provides precisely that at a reasonable price. Linear is a female-founded jewelry brand that focuses on sustainably and ethically made fine jewelry. Their pieces feature recycled gold and silver, lab-grown diamonds, and ethically sourced precious gemstones. And it's all shipped to you in sustainable packaging. Their solid gold and silver pieces are so stunning, and I didn't lie when I said they are very reasonably priced. Like this 14-karat solid gold chain priced at only 314 Canadian. I think that's an amazing deal. And similarly, this beautiful 14-karat gold opal and diamond ring at only $995. When I saw this ring, I immediately put it on my wish list and decided that I am going to drop some very heavy hints to my husband to potentially get this for me on the next special occasion. And of course, fine jewelry not only lasts you a lifetime, but can be passed down from generation to generation. And Linear makes investing in fine jewelry more accessible to everyone. But if some of these pieces are a little out of your price range, Linear also offers gold vermeil jewelry, which is sterling silver plated with a thick layer of 22-karat gold, which is extra impressive because most other jewelry brands only offer a brass base with a very thin layer of gold. But Linear's gold vermeil is going to give you much more durability and longevity. Linear kindly sent me 3 stunning pieces of jewelry, and the first one I'll talk about is this beautiful gemstone necklace I have on right now. This necklace is from a birthstone line of products, which feature a variety of precious gemstones based on your birth month. But of course, you don't need to be limited to your own birthstone. I personally love the look of this garnet necklace for January birthdays. The deep red color was just really speaking to me. I also got the cutest little crescent earrings with a little bit of ribbing detail added to it. These for me are the perfect everyday gold earrings that I can just throw on with any outfit. The earrings feel very substantial. They have a slight weight to them, so you can really tell that they were made with high quality materials. And the last piece I got from them is this absolutely stunning opal ring. It is so beautiful. It has a very vintage feel to it, which goes perfectly with my style right now. And I just love that all of the pieces feature real precious gemstones like the garnet necklace I have on and the opal ring. One more really fun thing that Linear has is their charm series. Basically, you can mix and match and build your own charm necklace. Beyond that, they have so many more gorgeous pieces to offer, so I highly recommend you check them out for yourselves. And of course, I have a discount code for you guys. Use the code that's displayed on screen right right now for a discount on your order, or click the link in the description below. Treat yourself or a loved one to some fine jewelry, and let's get back to the video. Section 1. The performance of womanhood. The other day, I saw a tutorial on TikTok about how to walk elegantly and femininely down the stairs. And this video is one of many in this category of teaching women how to look perfectly candid. The fact that this video has such a large female audience that isn't questioning it goes to show the lunacy that we bought into. Don't get me wrong, some of the videos that teach etiquette and manners are helpful, but most of them are just nitpicky about the way women move through life, which does such a disservice to women being able to live in the moment and just enjoy themselves. Women live in this perpetual prison of viewing themselves from the third person, and this enigmatic third person is typically masculine. We are constantly performing for this ever-present male gaze, especially when we're in public, but even when we are in complete solitude. Constantly performing for an invisible male audience is so deeply ingrained in us from a young age. And my God, what a massive waste of energy and brain power. I think a big part of why women get into this habit of constantly posturing is because we are so used to being looked at. We are eye candy when a magician is doing their tricks on stage, the main attraction at the gentleman's club. We're there to decorate a bar with too many men. And when we're out running errands in a bad mood, men love to demand a smile.
Pretty girls should always smile.
We're not only gawked at in public, but also through the lens of a camera. We are often the subject of photographs, films, and music videos. And if we're not the main subject, we're just there as decoration. Those are mostly examples of women performing, but we are also surrounded by imagery of the candidly sexy woman. There is a long history of the male artist's obsession with depicting women looking candidly beautiful. The most poignant category is the ethereal sleeping woman, because even in sleep, we are expected to be beautiful. A painting by the name of Flaming June, created in the late 1800s by artist Frederick Leighton, is a perfect example of this. Janet Hamrani describes the context of this painting in an article for her campus. As our gaze lingers on the woman, it becomes evident that she is not alone in this metaphorical stage. An unseen audience, though absent from the canvas, hovers in the background. An implied observer whose expectations shape the woman's performance. In the context of the late 19th century, this implied observer is closely linked to the pervasive influence of the male gaze. But I would add that the context of the male gaze does not only exist in the 19th century, because it is alive and well today.
Sort of cools the ankles, doesn't it?
Also, personally, I cannot relate to the elegance of Flaming June. I snore and drool and sprawl out like I'm doing some interpretive dance in my dreams. Basically, I don't think Frederick Leighton would have enjoyed painting me. But this just goes to show that even sleep is not respite from this expectation of constantly performing beauty as a woman. Some more creepy examples of how women are expected to look candidly beautiful are the countless scenes from media that depict a woman undressing in privacy while a male character and the audience watch. These women, of course, are shown undressing in the most visually pleasing way while executing a perfect hair flip. They've made clear the expectation for women to be titillating even when in the privacy of their homes.
Go up, go up.
Oh no! Oh!
That nerd saw me naked!
And it's normal that we try to replicate the concepts that we see in media. So this has effectively groomed women to compulsively perform beauty and sensuality as if someone is always watching you. These examples also remind me of the popular trope about how the beautiful girl who doesn't know she's beautiful is the best kind of girl. Because if she's unaware of her beauty, she doesn't have the confidence of a beautiful woman. As One Direction once poetically put it, you don't know you're beautiful. And that's what makes you beautiful. Like, how does my ignorance to my beauty make me more beautiful exactly? It only makes me less confident. Sus lyrics. But most women do have some idea about how beautiful they are. So they put on this performance like they have no idea. They play the candidly beautiful woman. Effortless and perfect. Not letting on how much effort it really took to do such a perfect messy bun or achieve such a skin-like finish with their foundation. And even crazier are the women that compete in the Natural Beauty Olympics, bragging about how little makeup they wear or how they've never had any cosmetic procedures done. Of course, this is all done to gain the favor of the almighty male gaze. These women are just trying to win the game of patriarchy. At this point, you're probably wondering, how is this video going to help me see my own beauty? Because so far, I've probably just made you feel shitty about the way the world sees women. But just wait, because we will get to the good part. Section 2. You've been tricked into performing. The scam in all of this is that women are indeed human beings that don't look perfect and beautiful and elegant at all hours of the day. The candidly beautiful woman is a lie. And when we inevitably fail to uphold this ideal, we are made to feel inferior and insecure. We've been convinced that beauty is the most important thing we have to offer, but that our beauty never is and never will be good enough. We are mocked and ridiculed for showing cracks in the ideal image of a woman. When we show our humanity, our femininity is stripped from us. But what's the use in making women perform for the male gaze, compete in the natural beauty Olympics, and punish her for inevitably falling short? When a woman is overly fixated on her own appearance, she's easy prey. She's effortlessly made into a tool for others to use and abuse. She's too distracted and beat down to realize the power she was born with, let alone notice the people harvesting that power. And nothing scares and angers people more than seeing a woman take her power back. Just look at the way people reacted to Pamela Anderson walking the red carpet with no makeup. Don't even get me started on some of these brain dead comments. One comment reads, "Not a look I would recommend to any woman. Natural beauty is great, but we all need a little enhancement." Men, by the way, walk the red carpet with no makeup as a default. Some of them may wear a little touch of something, but a lot of them go completely barefaced. So the hypocrisy is very strong with this one. But wait, this next comment is even worse in my opinion. "What's wrong with Pam? Really? To be honest, she is killing the good memories we had of her on Baywatch. I'm sorry, but she needs a touch of everything." As if this whole human woman is living her whole life to please this particular commenter. Pam's personal decisions on whether or not she wants to wear makeup is ruining this person's cherished memories of her on Baywatch. How tragic. Pam, think about what you're doing to your fans. People, both men and women, get so mad when women stop performing ideal beauty for them. Pamela Anderson does in fact look stunning and vibrant, and if you think otherwise, tell me, what does it feel like to be a miserable hater? I saw a video recently on Instagram comparing the hate comments towards Pamela Anderson and Millie Bobby Brown. Basically, it was juxtaposing people demanding Pam put some makeup on versus people complaining that Millie has too much makeup on, and also complaining that Millie is looking too old. One comment about Millie Bobby Brown reads, "I wish she had just rocked up natural and comfortable." Another comment reads, "She needs to stop doing things to herself. She was so naturally gorgeous." And lastly, the makeup and hair age her badly. And then a plethora of other comments about how she's aging like milk. She's 21 years old, guys. These people are delusional because she does in fact look like she's in her early 20s. Women cannot win when they play this game because the game is rigged. The whole point is to humble women and keep them insecure. The game is not about how to be the perfect, most beautiful woman. The game is about how to effectively tear down women. Another example of the anger towards women when they stop performing for the male gaze is men's feelings towards Margot Robbie. When she was in her Wolf of Wall Street era, they ate it up. They loved her. She was a sex symbol and an icon. But fast forward to her role as I, Tonya, and then the Barbie movie, the male praise completely dried up. Men loved her when she was performing their standard of beauty as the hot wife, as the accessory to the wealthy man that they could live vicariously through. But when she did her more serious role as I, Tonya, and then the Barbie movie, which was very much made for a female audience, men began to hurl accusations of being mid or not all that towards her. Operation Humble Margot Robbie was in full effect. I think a lot of people have seen these particular tweets that went viral calling her mid, but something I came across when researching for this video is this particular Reddit post. Under r/true unpopular opinion, there's a post titled, "There's nothing wrong with calling Margot Robbie mid." And this post was a congregation of many people dogging on Margot Robbie and calling her mid, nitpicking every aspect of her appearance, and basically lying to themselves because she is objectively a beautiful woman. But I wanted to highlight this particular comment. This person writes, "She is extremely mid. She is flat and has weird facial structure. Her eyes look too wide, her mouth is too big, and it's actually scary to me. She looks like smiling statue of God from Solo Leveling. When she's smiling, veins pop out of her forehead. She seems about 5 years older than she actually is." By the way, this is just one snippet from a longer comment. This person goes on tearing her appearance apart. This level of nitpicking women's appearances will always be insane to me. People that participate in this kind of behavior are truly scum of the earth and a waste of oxygen. But there is a reason for such a vitriolic response towards a confident woman who stops playing their game. She terrifies the controlling men and the women who have invested in the patriarchy because they're losing the control they once had over her. It's a known fact that people love to tear down powerful people, and women, famous or not, are often the targets of baseless teardown campaigns. This should be a clue to how much power is simply in being a woman. A woman's energy and presence is one of the most valuable commodities on earth, so men humble women to use their energy at a discount. This is them bargaining to use you at a discount. So far, they've convinced you that you're powerless by means of downplaying your beauty. But as a woman, beauty is as natural as breathing. You are the source of power, status, and new life. You are the well that they draw energy and inspiration from. People, both men and women, feel energized just by looking at or being in the presence of a confident woman. As creepy and uncomfortable as it is, there's a reason that men stare at you in public even when you feel ugly and disheveled. Because beautiful is your perpetual state as a woman. A woman in all her forms is the ultimate muse, and you can embrace the spectrum of your own beauty by being your own muse. You've been convinced you're powerless, but your awareness of your true beauty is powerful. Your rejection of the rigid demands on your energy is powerful.
I'm not ill. I'm just not wearing any makeup so I can teach my daughter that beauty is what's on the inside. I don't actually look this hideous.
Section 3. Life is beautiful when you escape the prison. When you put the most basic effort into yourself, you become the beauty standard. When you become happy, vibrant, and healthy, you become the beauty standard. Nitpicking the shape of your nose or the stretch marks on your thighs is futile when you've already achieved perfection. So romanticize who you are at your best by being your own muse. Wanting to be beautiful is not a crime. Women have this innate talent to make themselves and their environment aesthetically pleasing. Everything we touch becomes beautiful. But I want you to be the main beneficiary of your beauty and your musedom. For most of history, men have been the artist and women have been the muse. Being a muse is a giving activity. You are giving your energy and beauty so the artist and observer can consume you. Being someone's muse is not inherently bad, but it can be a slippery slope to being dehumanized and not appreciated for your full humanity. Being the muse for a man or the general public can feel like you are a performing monkey that gets punished for wanting to rest. And the only reason you are unable to see your own beauty right now is because your humanity is being ignored. The solution to this is becoming the artist and the muse. Give yourself the freedom to romanticize the full spectrum of who you are as a human woman. The beautiful, the ugly, the messy, the chaotic, the sensual. And pay attention, very close attention. Look at yourself. Notice the things that you used to write off as being boring or undesirable. The unique curve of your nose, the soft fuzz on your arms, the shape of your legs, the texture of your hair. The author, Julia Cameron, says it best. The reward for attention is always healing. Let yourself fall deeply in love with you. This is obviously easier said than done, so here's some more practical advice. Find and follow women that share your features. Your skin tone, your nose shape, your body type, your age. Don't torture yourself with images of beautiful women that look nothing like you, at least not during this initial healing period. Follow the women who romanticize the very features that you hate on yourself. And not just physical features, but personality quirks too. Slowly, your own beauty will be revealed to you. And once you've built up your self-image and self-love to a great enough degree, something interesting will happen. You will start to notice and appreciate the beauty in all women. The woman who once intimidated you, the one you were afraid to admit was beautiful this entire time. You'll suddenly be able to appreciate her beauty without the bitter tinge of jealousy. Or the woman you used to look down on because she didn't fit the typical beauty standard. You'll suddenly notice all the unique charm in her appearance. When you truly recognize your own beauty, you start to see it everywhere. And what a wonderful way to live, to be able to see the world as a beautiful place filled with beautiful people. One thing that men have the freedom to do is be appreciated for the multidimensional, flawed human beings they are. Love that for them. A man's desirability or respectability doesn't go down when he shows the imperfect, less glamorous sides of himself. Men can be stubborn, assertive, angry, difficult to work with, or generally unpleasant, and people write it off as passion or genius that others just don't understand. And maybe the world is not ready to allow women the same privilege, but we don't need to wait for the world. You can romanticize your own humanity right now. Start to fall in love with who you are beyond your appearance. Women are judged so harshly when they are anything outside of patient, empathetic, and perfectly well-mannered. But I want you to embrace your shadow self. Embrace the quirky, bitchy, unpleasant you. just as much as the empathetic, graceful, and feminine you. And if you need help, look at all the reasons others love you. Your friends love you for your questionable relationship advice and the unhinged vibe you bring to the function. Your partner loves you for your dirty jokes and your bluntness when you're upset with something. Your children feel safe because of the structure you create, even when disciplining them makes you feel like the less fun parent. People love you or will love you for your wholeness. And when you have a holistic appreciation for yourself as a woman, feeling beautiful is inevitable.
You're like really pretty.
Thank you.
So you agree?
What?
You think you're really pretty?
Oh, I don't know.
I have fallen back in love with being a woman over the recent years, and I would like to address that I have made a lot of videos on here on how to glow up, how to improve your looks and lose weight. I do believe in improving yourself physically to a certain degree because at the end of the day, looks do matter. Especially for women, looking better can improve your life in so many ways. That's unfortunately the world that we live in. But I want you to understand that when you are at your happiest and healthiest, you are so much more beautiful than you think. When you're vibrant and full of life. That is the beauty standard. And I hope this video helped you at least start to see your own beauty. Don't forget to check out the sponsor of today's video, Linear Jewelry. Treat yourself to some high quality jewelry and use my code for a discount at checkout. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.